There was one rule everyone believed in during World War II. You do not break a nation's industrial heart from the air alone. For decades, military planners agreed on this truth. Factories could be bombed. Rail yards could be hit. Cities could burn. But a heavily industrialized enemy, especially Germany, could absorb the punishment, repair the damage, and keep fighting. Strategic bombing was supposed to be slow, cumulative, relentless. Years, not nights. German commanders believed this more than anyone. The Ruhr Valley was not just an industrial region. It was the engine of the Reich. Over 6,000 factories, steel mills, coal plants, chemical works, all clustered along rivers protected by hills, flak towers, and some of the strongest air defenses in Europe. It produced over 70% of Germany's steel. You could not knock that out quickly. You could wound it, never cripple it. Hitler himself dismissed the idea that a single raid could seriously damage the Ruhr. The dams protecting it, the Möhne, Eder, and Sorp, were massive concrete walls, some over 130 feet thick, designed to survive floods, sabotage, even earthquakes. They were guarded, fortified, and considered untouchable. That was the rule. But in May 1943, one man and one mission shattered it. You are Guy Penrose Gibson, 24 years old, already a veteran of over 170 combat missions. Born in India, raised in England, sharp-eyed, disciplined, and famously demanding. Pilots say you expect perfection because you demand it first from yourself. By early 1943, the war is grinding forward. The Allies need a way to strike Germany where it hurts, fast. Not symbolic bombing. Not morale raids. Something that forces factories to stop, power to fail, transport to collapse. That idea lands on the desk of engineer Barnes Wallis. He believes dams are the key. Not by destroying factories directly but by unleashing water. Flood the Ruhr. Wash away power stations. Drown rail lines. Shut down steel production for months. There's only one problem. Conventional bombs won't work. The dams are too thick. Torpedoes can't reach them because of protective nets. Dive bombers would be shredded by flak. So Wallis designed something radical. A weapon so strange senior officers laugh at it. A bouncing bomb. A cylindrical mine that spins backward at 500 revolutions per minute, skips across water like a stone, jumps over torpedo nets, slams into a dam wall, sinks, and detonates at exactly 30 feet deep. High Command hesitates. This will require flying at 60 feet above water at night, at 240 miles per hour, under direct fire, with zero margin for error. They need a squadron built from scratch. Handpicked crews. Endless training. And a commander who will accept near-certain losses. That commander is you. By May 1943, you lead No. 617 Squadron, 19 modified Lancaster bombers. The men are young. Average age 23. Many have never flown together before. The target list is short. The timeline brutal. And tonight you face the impossible. It is May 16, 1943. Dusk settles over England. You brief the crews one last time. Voices low. Faces tight. Everyone knows the odds. Intelligence estimates predict up to 50% losses. At 9:28 p.m., the first Lancasters lift off. You fly low. Very low. Treetop height. Over the North Sea, spray lashes the cockpit windows. One mistake means instant death. Crossing the Dutch coast, flak erupts. A Lancaster explodes in midair. No parachutes. You keep flying. Over Germany, the countryside flashes by at 60 feet. Church spires. Telephone wires. Hills. One aircraft clips power lines and cartwheels into the ground. Another slams into a hillside. Crews die without warning. You press on. The Möhne Dam appears ahead. Moonlight glints off the water. Searchlights snap on. Flak cannons open fire. This is it. You make the first run. Altitude 60 feet. Speed 240 miles per hour. Distance to dam 1,200 yards. 900. 600. Tracer rounds whip past the cockpit. The aircraft shakes. Release. The bomb drops. Skips once. Twice. 3 times. It hits the dam. Sinks. The explosion detonates behind you. A wall of water rises, but the dam still stands. You circle back. Another aircraft runs in. Bomb hits. Explodes. Cracks appear, but still no breach. A third run. The flak intensifies. One Lancaster takes a direct hit and disintegrates over the reservoir. Fourth run. The bomb strikes. Detonates. The dam gives way. You see it happen. A 200-foot section collapses. Water pours through like the end of the world. 330 million tons of water surge into the valley. Villages vanish. Power stations drown. Factories go dark. You barely have time to register it. Next target, the Eder Dam. No flak here. Just terrain. Steep hills. A narrow valley. To hit it, you must make a curved approach through darkness, descending blind. First attempt fails. Second fails. Fuel runs low. Time runs out. Finally, Flight Lieutenant Leslie Knight lines up perfectly. Release. The bomb strikes. The Eder Dam collapses completely. The Sorp Dam is last. Earth-filled. Harder to destroy. Multiple runs. Multiple hits. It holds, but is badly damaged. Of the 19 aircraft, only 11 turn back. 53 men are dead. But behind you the Ruhr is drowning. Mid-roll CTA. If you find this kind of forgotten military history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. We believe these stories of courage and tactical genius deserve to be told. And by subscribing you help ensure they aren't forgotten. The true impact doesn't register immediately. But within hours, German emergency reports flood Berlin. Power generation in the Ruhr drops by 75%. Coal mines flood. Steel production collapses. 125 factories shut down completely. Rail lines are destroyed for miles. Hitler is stunned. He orders tens of thousands of workers diverted to repairs. Anti-aircraft guns pulled from the Eastern Front to defend remaining dams. Fighter squadrons redeployed. 4 weeks, German industrial output stumbles at a critical moment, just as the Allies prepare for future invasions. The psychological shock is just as devastating. If the dams can fall in one night, what else is vulnerable? The rule is broken. One mission. One night. Strategic paralysis. You return to England at dawn. Exhausted. Silent. King George VI awards you the Victoria Cross. You accept it on behalf of the men who didn't come home. Guy Gibson survives the war, briefly. In September 1944, at age 26, he is killed when his aircraft crashes during another mission. Many of the dam busters are buried far from home. Some have no known graves. But their impact echoes. To this day, military academies study Operation Chastise as proof that precision, innovation, and courage can rewrite the rules of war. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or state, and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Guy Gibson and the 53 men of No. 617 Squadron do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.